Just what's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT2. I am here with an amazing panel tonight. It is Friday. I have my drink. I have my friend. I have my amazing panel. I have my co-host Healthy. I have my analyst Lady J. I have two of amazing Black YouTubers that I have been watching. I have been following them for a while. I have the Jesse Ville show. My analyst, Lady J. Jay, you had to do that. And also...
I was turning on... Shut up. I was turning on YouTube. Shut up.
Okay. So, and finally, we have our guest for the night that we hope to do more shows with her. Everybody, give it up for QueenAnn TV. What's going on, QueenAnn TV? And I think you got us on mute. I'm not sure if she's there. Okay. I'm not sure she's there. We'll figure that out later. I know this is awkward. It's Saturday. Everybody grab your drink. This is going to be one that we're going to actually ride into. I don't know that's what I was going to go into. That's why I got some E and J, but I know I'm going to be pretty emotional thinking about Big Booty Brenda and all the issues that hurt me from this one.
Well,
but what I wanted to do was a topic that is going to be pretty critical. My ex was crazy. I just chose to ignore it. Now, I'm not sure if this is true, that this happens a lot. So I'm going to start off with Jesse about this one. Jesse, is this a common factor in Black relationships as of today?
Repeat the question.
As far as it goes for Black couples, noticing signs of I'm cray-cray, I'm crazy, or sometimes they just come out and say, hey, I hope you know I'm bipolar. Shit, girl, I'm crazy too. I like that crazy coochie shit. Like, is that something that you should be aware of? Or you're like, shit, it's all good. What's up with that?
Man, it's something that you should be aware of, but most people aren't telling the truth at the start of the relationship. So it's really something that you gotta kind of feel the person out, kind of dig for information and just kind of see what type of personality they have. Do they have any emotional issues? Do they have some type of mental issues? It's something that you gotta kind of either vet them throughout the dating process or just kind of wait until it comes up.
That's pretty interestingly deep. As far as it goes, I'm going to go over to Jay. What's going on, Jay?
What's up? Evening. Yes.
Yes, evening. But it's night somewhere. I want to know, as far as it goes for people openly saying I'm cray-cray or I'm crazy girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm that savage. Is that a sign that you should be taken seriously, or you should be like, whatever, shit, I like crazy, or that just means you got that crazy love? Like, is that something that us as Black people we should be taking serious when our mates tell us that?
I first and foremost, when you meet someone, you're meeting their representative. You're not meeting them. So, of course, everything starts off all nice and peachy and everything because you're meeting a representative. They're on their best behavior. Now, like you said, if someone, and we were saying this earlier before the chat, if you meet a chick and she tell you she's crazy, like on the first or second date, and crazy, like knife-wielding crazy, leave. Too many dudes, I think, get overpowered by the fat ass and they can't think straight. They see a fat ass and it's like, I don't know, I can't think straight. So then in turn, 6 months down the road, when she's chasing you down MLK Boulevard or Malcolm X Boulevard with a knife, you don't know why. Nigga, you knew why, because she told you she was crazy the second day you met her and you should have believed her. So I think too many men are visual creatures. So I think men get caught up in the looks of it. Women, don't get me wrong. I was in a situation where I was stigmatized. I was stigmatized for a while. But I got out of that shit. And it's funny because once I got out of it and I started exploring the world, I was like, damn, there's better dicks out there. Damn. Like, wow. So yeah, I think being dickmatized or fat assmatized, is a real situation. I guess, that's that. Okay. It looks like the other person left or whatever.
No,
Okay.
they couldn't hear us. I think
Oh.
we all have that issue. I think one of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like honestly, you guys, it's like something that goes on behind the scenes. Like when we always first start out on YouTube, especially using Google Hangout, it's very iffy. It's you got to get the right sound and you got to get the right quality. So, and I mean, me, Jesse, Jay, and all of us, we all had that issue. Like when we first come on, like, dang, I don't hear nobody. So you got to learn how to critique and fix your sound, get your volume right, so that way you got to hear the person and everything. I mean, one time for us to get the guy running for Senate on, it took us about 45 minutes to get his stuff squared away. So it is running Google Hangout is a very new program, especially for YouTube, because Google and YouTube are now partners. So we're just trying to get everything squared away. But I'm gonna go over to Healthy Queen. Can you hear us?
Yeah,
Check.
I hear you now.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you, Queen.
Hi, you guys.
Hey.
I missed the whole maybe quarter of the conversation.
No. You good. You good. We're pretty much talking about, and I'm gonna give it to you first before I give it to Healthy.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about usually whenever you start meeting up with a person, you start talking with them, and they always say, "Hey, girl, I'm a little bit, I'm a savage. I'm a little bit crazy, but I go hard for you." You know what I'm saying? Is that something that people are like brushing to the side or not taking serious? You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga done told you he done eat kittens and steal donuts from old ladies and shit. Like, is this something that you should be taking serious, or like, oh, well, he just got that crazy love. It's gonna be that good sex.
It depends.
Uh-oh.
Like, is it like? I'm not sure. Like, are you seeing actions of him acting some sort of way to make you think that you should just bypass it, or what?
This is good. Well, I would say, to me, whenever somebody cracks a joke about something, I think 30% of it, they meant something. There's signs on the wall.
Of course.
There's signs on the wall. And I get what you're saying, because you got to see the actions first. I'm the type of person, I like to tell jokes. I feel like if you make a female laugh, it makes them feel more comfortable, because now they're like, okay, he's not always serious. I can actually, come down. I don't have to be on a perch when I talk to him. He's humble. If somebody does not mind joking on himself, that's fine. I also take into perspective that when it's your first introduction, to me, your first 3 minutes says all. Your first 3 minutes will tell me what I need at that time. Because as I talk to you, and I know some people say 3 minutes, that's not enough time, dude. In your first 3 minutes, I'm looking for indicators of whether I should proceed to talk to you or not. I feel like if you're like a female that if I was talking to you and you're quick at cutting off people when they speak, that means you're not valuing what I have to say. I feel like we should both be able to, when you talk, I shut up and I listen. As I talk, it should be vice versa. What's your attitude? It's the vetting process. It's a 3-minute vetting process. Some people get offended when you start asking questions as you're talking to them. I feel like it's not a bad thing to ask questions, because nigga, I need to know who the fuck you are. Like, shit, I'm not about to go to Mickey D's and find out that you have some kind of like trigger system. Oh man, he said McDonald's. Like, now you're gonna start freaking out. I just want to know. In 2018, I don't want to be that dude who was saying I had to lock myself up in the bathroom, but she's trying to burn me with a curling iron. I don't want to be that nigga. Like, y'all ain't gonna make me the butt of the joke. Like, no, nigga. Like, not me. So I get what Queen is saying, that you have to start seeing the action. So I'm gonna go over to Healthy.
Yo.
Queen brought Queen brought up a good point that you have to see the actions, like find out what's going on with the person.
I mean, we all know this now. You know what I'm saying? Based on all the answers I've heard so far. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look for the signs and notice this and notice that. We know this now, but you know, the bulk of this stuff is gonna, you know, like look at what some of us been through, and yeah, we felt for the big booty Brendas, and we felt for the dirty dick Rodneys and all of these people. You know what I'm saying? So back into the mind frame to help people that may be young and maybe going through this right now. I mean, yeah, hindsight is 2020, man. But when you're young and you're in your sexual peak and you're 19, 20, you a man, and you see a motherfucker tell you that, oh, I'm bipolar. People say I'm a crazy girl. But yeah, you're looking at that fat ass. You already know the head gonna be fire. We on filter, right? Boy. We on filter, right?
Yeah, we on filter.
Okay, yeah. You already know the head gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna find no fire head for no cornball ass sweetie pie. You not, my nigga. We want that crazy shit around that.
You sound like you having some flashbacks right now.
Oh yes, I'm
enjoying. I'm just here drinking my tea, just enjoying his story. Like I'm mentally just visualizing it. Like
you know what I'm saying? So you already know, like especially like when my ex. I mean, I was told to my face, look, nigga, I'm crazy. I've been through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm from a certain place in New Orleans, so yeah, girls are crazy from there. But she started twerking and started bouncing, and nigga went for it. You know what I'm saying? And we spent like 7 years of a relationship, like fighting and all kind of crazy shit. But like I say, hindsight is 2020. Now our relationship is over. Now I'm getting into a relationship with somebody that's totally outside of this world. And now I'm the crazy motherfucker because I was just involved in a relationship with somebody that was like that. So now I have to dial it back.
So can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Do you feel that if, let's just say for the sake of argument, if you met a girl the same way, like she told you she was crazy or bipolar when you met her walking in the door, now, today, do you feel if she had this fat ass, the good head, she cooked for you, all of that shit that you was saying, do you feel that you would fall for it this time, or you would
at the age I'm at now, to keep it 100? No, I will not, because I know that I can train a cornball to do it the way I like it.
Oh,
true. Yes. Okay. Yes. So, absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Are we allowed to? You know what I'm saying? Are we allowed to?
I can train the cornball, the nerd, to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, hindsight is 2020. I know what to do now, but back then,
and guess what, Mario?
I was a sucker for it.
The cornballs and the nerds are very teachable, my brother. Very
exactly.
Yes, I would agree.
So that's the conclusion I came to. That's where I'm at now. I would take it and I'm not just going for somebody that's already on 100. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, baby, you at level 2. I'm already at level 2000. So we just got to spend some time together and we can get it right. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it right now.
Okay. Queen.
Yeah.
Is there some truth to this? At the age that we're at now, but I believe that we're all seasoned in this life now. If some dude told you, listen, I just got out of county. I done stabbed a chicken.
Bye.
I found
county though. Damn.
I'm fresh.
I'm fresh. I don't eat meat. I grow my own zucchinis and shit.
Oh my god!
I need your address for my probation officer.
I need your address, but I love you, baby.
So basically, he's a hobo. He's a hobosexual.
Jay, do not judge.
I need an address.
However, I can do for you, girl. I can rub your feet. I can put lotion on the back of your leg before you go to work. I could do all that.
I got one something. I'm good, love. Enjoy.
Exactly.
Peace be with you.
I'll cook your dinner too. As soon as I get
Jay, no.
Okay, as soon as you get home from work.
Queen, why? Okay, why is it that a lot of females are taking their chance with some of these brothers that they know is mentally off?
Maybe because they just feel like that's probably what's reachable for them at the time. You never know what's going with them as far as mentally. Like, what was their prior experiences with maybe another guy, and that's probably who they're looking towards to help them or whatnot. Not really, and it comes with like also, I guess when you're thinking about self-love and everything, a lot of girls don't have that, to be quite honest. So they'll just go with whatever it is that they have at that point, so that's just it.
Jay, you told us Voldemort, the ex nigga, he was crazy as fuck. Correct?
You called him Voldemort. Oh my god. Yes. Psycho? Yes, that's Psycho.
But Psycho had Psycho crazy.
Psycho had me dickmatized.
Yeah, he had Psycho crazy good dick. He was giving you that M Bison, that sure you can, that Hadouken.
He had that dick and that tongue action. Yeah,
Shout out. Okay, calm down. This is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a healthy moment. I just had a flashback for a second.
I know it's okay. It's okay. We're reforming ourselves. This happened. This is a place of healing. This is why we have QueenAnn TV and Jesse to keep us straight. You know, us three, we're three fucked up individuals. This is why we have professionals here to keep us straight. What is it? The sex that is keeping y'all females going back to this crazy nigga that eats bowls of cereal with no milk?
Man, that nigga eat ass, man. Anything.
Exactly. In my case, yes, because he was a broke nigga. So I mean, it's not like he had bank. It's not like he was like, oh well, he's rich or this and that. Like he had, honestly, that was the reason looking back at it, honestly, the reason he was so good in bed is because the nigga really ain't have nothing else to offer. So
he had a lot of practice time.
Right, exactly. So it's almost like shit, he worked a bullshit ass job and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, he working a bullshit ass job. So he would, he ain't had, like I said, he had nothing, a whole lot to offer. That's why, the whole thing about like the struggle love shit, I can't do that no more because I've been down that path already.
That's another pop for that struggle love. Put it down.
Right.
I've been down that path already. I'm not knocking anybody that wants to get in on the bottom floor, but I've been there and it didn't end well. So, for me, it's like the motherfucker has to bring something else to the table besides a dick and a headache.
I mean, fried bologna cheese sandwiches on a doggone iron board is not bad. I mean,
I just listen. I no.
Like what?
No, Joe. No, I just no.
You haven't had my fried bologna egg sandwiches on the iron board. I made some pretty good ones back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Put that on the heater and fry them up. That shit out there. Good eating, girl. Yeah, you don't never know. So, what I'm saying is this, and Jay just said something that was pretty interesting. But I hear this a lot. This happens to not just the female, but also the men. Because this woman done took the keys and slashed you up like she Wolverine and shit, and did some exorcism shit and crawled all over the house and shit and threatened to kill the cat and you and all kind of shit, all because she saw a like on your Facebook page. But now, before you leave, she done give you a sloppy toppy super saki, and you like, damn, I know I need to get away from this evil bitch.
Everything is all right.
But everything's all right. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna stay just one more time. I'm gonna be able to say no to her, even though I know it's crazy. But do you know what I started to notice? As you stay there, you start to go crazy too. Exactly. It's like some kind of zombie T-virus shit. Like, I'm finding myself sitting in my drawers in front of the AC eating cereal, trying to plan my next move. Like, what the fuck going on in here? Like, why is it hot? Nigga, the door's open, the window's open, and the AC's going, and it's wintertime. How the hell is hot? Like, sit your ass down. Like, I love you. Are you gonna fry some bologna sandwiches on the iron board? Yes, I'll fry some tonight. Like, did you go steal something from the goddamn grocery store? Yeah, I did, baby. All right, give me some bologna.
Oh my God, Joe! Like,
what? Shit was real back then. It was real. We had some time back then, some good time, and that's the shit about it. Those were bad times, and they were very volatile. And I'm telling you right now, this is why a lot of black people, this is what's fucking us up a lot. The person that is good for us, we find boring.
Very true.
The person that is possibly stable, goes to work 9 to 5, puts their money in tithes and offering, and pretty much, helps babies and old ladies cross the street. You don't want that. You want that crazy shit, that damn Rihanna and doggone C Breezy shit where y'all driving, having sex on the interstate while fighting, and y'all that shit's hot.
Actually,
I'm not,
no.
But
No.
hold on. We say no, but but Queen, do we not portray that in music videos and a lot of our culture? Like, I've heard some women tell their daughters, like, listen, girl, you'll get through this. Like, you'll get over it. Like, rather than tell that girl, like, no, get out. Or rather than the old dude say, listen, man, that's just how women do. Come on, Jesse. I know you heard an old dude tell you when you're younger, like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, man, she's just a female. Shit, that's just what they do.
But I mean, the same is said for men. I mean,
well, yeah, I'm
it's
saying
just that's just how men are, kind of shit. But I think, you know what, honestly, and I mean, it's a different conversation. I think this time period, is a time period of healing from all of the fuckery that we were told by our I don't want to say ancestors, by our parents and grandparents. I think this generation is like a time of healing where it's like we're healing from all that stupid shit that, and old wives' tales and all of that shit that they've told us.
Right, I agree
over the
with
years.
That's why I said no per se, because it's not really about that anymore. It's more so like, why can't we not have a good guy but have a little fun too? It's not really about just being crazy all the way or just being boring all the way. And I had
because our mothers and our grandmothers, is basically like, keep your legs closed, do this and that. It's like, we're in a generation. Why can't I go out there and get dick just like they get pussy?
Now,
this is the thing, though.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Let me comment on that a little bit. One, it comes down to what someone, like the age someone is and what they have going on. Because if you're working at Walmart, of course you want a crazy ass chick. You ain't got shit going on, goddamn it. You working a 9 to 5, making $12 an hour at the most, and you need some goddamn fun in your life. But if you got like a real career, you're in your 30s, you ain't trying to fight with a motherfucker when you come home.
Exactly, and that's the point, and that's what I'm saying, just because you was on my post last night, and that was my whole point, was that I'm too old to be looking for a motherfucker that makes $1,400.
But that's a different conversation.
It's really one and the same.
The reason it's a different conversation is because $1,400 a month, you don't know what else the brother maybe have going on.
Well,
let me say this.
Like I said earlier.
So women
that struggle love.
Women more so look at women
getting all off topic.
Women more so look at income, where men more so look at assets. We look at long.
Yeah, I gotta see what that debt looking like before.
I need to know how deep
that's fair.
you are with Tyrone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair, but that's my whole point, is like, if I'm at a point in my life, and that was the point that I was making, and it is, and just bringing it back to one topic, my point is, if I'm at a point in my life where I'm not going to be able to deal with a motherfucker, like you said, the Walmart dude, because I have other shit going on. Like you said, I don't want to come home and be arguing and fussing and fighting. I want to come home and, like, you know what I mean, and chill the fuck out.
And I could give you 2 examples real quick and bring it back to Joe. If you got a brother that's making $1,400 a month, he's disabled, and a brother that's making $1,400 a month,
there's a different factor,
and he owns his own house, rent free.
No. We're just talking. Yeah,
two different.
It's not cut and dry. It's not cut and dry. It's not. I'm just talking. Literally speaking, a motherfucker making $8.75 an hour working at Walmart. Ain't none of that extra, factors going on. Anyway, go ahead.
but sister, you can teach him a few things to make that $1,400 you know what I'm saying, $4,000. Since you know the stock market and all these other things.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's gonna be a topic for another time. Y'all niggas
show that brother something.
This is why, Jay, I'm about to put you back on mute because you
look
see
at that
this,
man
this is why I knew we should have never let Jay talk.
He got more heart than these cornballs out here.
Yeah, you're not gonna be talking off topic again. No.
That motherfucker go to war for you, girl. What you talking about?
We'll do the topic Sunday. Can a nigga live off of 1,400 with a woman? We'll do that topic Sunday. I'll write that down. Can a nigga live off of 1,400 in a loaf of bread on Sunday? We'll do that topic. Okay, that's for that's for Sunday topic. I will put that down. Jay can head off that topic. Jesse can will debate, and Healthy can be there. Queen, if you want down on that, let me know. We'll do that with Struggle Love. Now, I want to know this. This is very important. I need to know. A lot of people who coming out of damaging, crazy relationships. This is a big issue that I see a lot, and I've even dealt with it.
Mm-hmm. But you know what, Joe? The lack of money also affects the crazy.
Well, yeah, we get that the lack of money affects the crazy. It's called stress. It's called deposition. When you lack, you start doing crazy things. But the thing about it is, this person came in already crazy. This person came in eating dry cereal. Like, nigga, you already. I mean, there's only.
But my ex was satisfied with a quarter pound of weed, so.
Exactly. I mean, shit. So,
just saying, you know, I'm just.
I mean, sometimes, right, and I think Queen will probably agree. Like, some people, they don't need much to please them. Some people just don't need much to please them. Like.
Right.
You might need somebody over 1,400. Somebody for Queen, like, hey, he makes me happy. He does for me, and he treats me with respect. And yeah, he only makes 1,400 a month. But guess what? Like,
we getting off the 1,400 topic. Remember?
I'm just saying. You threw it in there. I'm throwing in my jab too.
That's a hot topic, though.
That's a hot topic. We will talk about that. Yeah. So Jay will lead off on it. But back to what I'm saying. As far as it goes for somebody coming out of a crazy relationship,
right, like me.
Okay, do they? And I'm gonna start with Queen first. Then I'm going to Healthy. Should they take time to recuperate and find their bearings, or should they be able to jump back in it if they see a potential mate? Queen, I'm letting you lead off with that.
I would say take time. I'm always the advocate for taking time off, because you don't want to jump into something else with somebody else right off the bat, and then you driving that man or woman insane with whatever you got going on and whatever you bringing in from your last experience. I've went through that. I know what it feels like. Take some time off. That's all I'm gonna say. That's you see your potentials. There'll be a potentials. Just leave them be potentials, but don't do anything about it until I feel like you're good enough for that person. You should be good enough for yourself. Feel good enough for that person for you to take on a relationship. That's it.
So, are you saying that it's possible that some of that negative like vibes kind of like?
Of course.
Right. Okay.
Yes. 100%.
But I feel like when people are going through something like that, and this is why I'm going to speak it for brothers. This is why I see a lot of you brothers, when y'all go through that crazy experience with that one female, y'all wash it on even on the good females and run them off.
Very true. Mm-hmm. Very true.
Y'all wash it on the good females. I see this time and time again. I'm not bashing at any of my MGTOW brothers, but I'm saying, you knew Big Booty Brenda was crazy as fuck when she was like sharpening her nails with a butter knife, but yet you kept fucking with her for 3 years. But then you met Stacy, and Stacy was not like Big Booty Brenda, but because of the effect of Big Booty Brenda and how she treated you, I feel like some guys push it onto Stacy, and Stacy's like, "Whoa, I can't see you just like Big Booty Brenda." Nigga, I'm a whole other person. Like, chill out. Chill your ass out, nigga. I need you to come back to it. And I can't lie because I was like that. I'm speaking, like I said, I'm never going to tell y'all something that I have not already done or been through. I had a bad experience with a female. I lost money. I lost time. I put myself in harm's way and different other types of things. I've had my time. I'm not afraid to talk about it. However, the one that was treating me right, because of how one was treating me, I found myself acting equally, but not as crazy as that person. Because I guess when you're around certain people and their mentality, you tend to pick up their traits to survive being around them. People say, nah, that's not true. Like, shit, they don't change me, nigga. Yes, they do, because you got your guard up around them. You're fucking with them. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, even on outside of a intimate relationship aspect, just think about the difference between like when you're walking in a public space, you know what I'm saying, like a white neighborhood, as opposed to like maybe you might be up in the hood or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know your body might be a little bit more erect. You might be a little bit more on guard. You know, looking out for some bullshit type thing. So it's that's definitely true. And to the thing you said earlier about what you asked the sister, it depends, right? So there's this book called Alchemy of Love and Lust: How Our Sex Hormones Influence Our Relationships by Teresa L. Crenshaw, MD, right? And she talks about how you basically, men and women, we're able to chemically bond with each other through sex and through physical contact and stuff like that. But she also mentions in the book how the more partners you have unprotected sex with, the more immune you are to that bonding, right? So if you're a person,
I was getting ready to say something like that.
You didn't had 100, 200 bodies, you know what I'm saying? You could get with a sister or a brother, you know what I mean, and y'all break up and you ready to go, you know what I'm saying? You could get with another person next week. But if you're a brother and sister,
that's what she did. That's what she did. That's what
you may have been you may have been with, only 5, 10, 15 partners, and you're going to be bonded and hooked, addicted to that partner for a good 30 to 90 days. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in your feelings, so you're gonna have to take a little bit more time to get up off the vagina or the D that they done put on your ass. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to wean off the person for about 90 days like you do any other drug, So that's my 2 cents on it.
Agreed.
Healthy.
Hold on.
Go.
So is this like? So I didn't read the book, right? But is this statistics for like how many people? Like majority of people, or?
No, so the book, it deals with the biochemistry of the human body. So it's talking about the different type of chemicals that get released in your body when you have unprotected sex with a person. It talks about the different chemicals that get released in your body when you're having skin to skin contact with a person. And it basically it's chemicals that are similar chemicals that are released when you're doing drugs.
What's the name of the book?
Yeah.
The name of the book is Alchemy of Love and Lust: How Our Sex Hormones Influence Our Relationships by Teresa L. Crenshaw, MD.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. I think us guys, man, we kind of wired differently. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, because in my case, man, personally, I haven't had too many crazy partners out there, you know what I'm saying? But I find myself in relationships with women who've had a lot of partners because they so good in bed, you know what I'm saying? So, just like the brothers just said, man, when the shit ends, they can easily just jump from pillar to post because they learned how to separate they pussy from they fucking heart from they fucking mind. I haven't learned how to do that yet.
And see, you know what?
But like a motherfucker.
That comes, but you know what? Because I'm like that now. But that basically comes from being hurt so many times.
Yeah,
I understand.
From men.
Understand.
That's why I'm
understand.
like
That's true.
that's why I'm the way I am now. So when motherfuckers
Yeah.
like, oh, well, you was just dealing with this person, I've separated myself to the point where I don't get to, and it's fucked up because you know what? I might meet somebody that actually really likes me who I might have a hard time dealing with because it's like, you're gonna end up leaving me anyway. You know, so so I think it's just as a woman, from a woman's perspective, it's just because being because I love hard. Don't get me wrong, I love hard, but when that's broken,
hurt, man,
yeah, exactly. So when it's
And
broken,
she and
I'm extremely
the sister even talks about in the book. You know, like you can lessen the effects of being with a person if you, let's say, if you having sex with a partner, instead of, you know, laying up in his chest butt ass naked, you know what I'm saying, letting those chemicals take hold, you could just have sex and leave straight after the sex, and you're not gonna be as
yeah, absolutely, I do that shit. I do that shit all the time. But anyway,
if you gonna
457, y'all, it's 457.
But if you gonna sit up there and cuddle, then you gonna be fucked. You gonna be on that nigga for a good 4 months, maybe longer. I mean, I've heard some older brothers say they had a sister that was addicted to their ass for 22 years. Shit.
I called it making love, and she called it a session. What the fuck?
Because it was a session. Shit, that's what it was.
I thought we made love.
Let me say this.
That was a straight up argument that night. That was an argument that night.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, and I'm gonna be for real. Like when I hear people, like when I hear somebody, there's certain hot keywords that I pay attention to. I have to. Like I guess the military got me like that now. When I hear a woman said they're gonna do like a man, I look at it like, okay, if she's playing the game like a man, that means there's no love attachment into it anymore. That means I don't need to attach myself to her.
It lets me know I can't trust him.
Yeah, I can't trust him. But that means that her trust has already been broken to the point where she's like, I'm going to play the game back. They fucked me. I'm going to fuck you back. It's like a child that's been hurt so many times. They start to hurt other people in class.
But they don't go hurt Dirty Dick Rodney. They want to hurt the regular family man.
But the thing is,
they know Dirty Dick Rodney gonna whoop their motherfucking ass.
No, but the thing is, in my case, I don't stick around long enough for you to get hurt. For you to get hurt, right? For either party to really get hurt, right?
Now, here's the thing. Now, but the thing about it is this: what that does is this. The potential person, just like Queen literally just said, and Queen hit on that. When you come out of these damaging relationships, I try to tell a lot of you brothers this: take time and rebuild yourself, reaffirming your beliefs and what you are as a man. Honestly, you need to talk. When I see a woman say, "Oh, I just came out of a marriage," you know, wait, how long you been in marriage? Oh, I've been in marriage for 7 years. You're already dating in like 2 months. Yeah, I want to get back out there and date. No, I'm not going to talk to you right now because there's no way you're going to tell me after 7 years and all of a sudden in 2 months you done forgot about this nigga. Like this, that means something happened or there's something really wrong. There's a sign because there's no way. Part of you is going to have them type of behavioral traits of your mate. You don't know it, but you actually do. You're cooking. You're cooking. Your speech, your characteristics. You're going to pick up behaviors of your mate. Why?
Picking up cigarette smoking.
Right. Because it's called compatibility. It's called synchronism. In other words, that's why you two are fucking around. Because they saw something in you that they liked. That's why they synchronized with you. If Ann cooks dinner and doggone brushes her hair, I like that trait. So guess what? I am going to invoke more into that trait. So she knows that I like her doing that. So at a certain time of hour, she may not notice it mentally, but she'll notice that, damn, why the hell do every time at 7:45 I always brush my hair? What the fuck? Why do I do that? Because the mind mentally, it's like a it's muscle memory. Like I would hear victims who are go through abuse say that they will black out at certain instances because
Absolutely.
it's of the instance of things that they go. Yeah, this is true. Victims who go through like psychological changes don't know why they do what they do because they're no longer mentally there at that moment. In other words, that girl who you having sex with, and you're like, damn, why is it whenever we argue and she goes crazy, but when we have sex, because she is feeding into a mental habit. It is no longer, you're not fucking with Stacy anymore. You're fucking with Aisha. Stacy body is there, but her mind is not there. So when you ask, do you know what you just did? They cannot really recollect with you, or they cannot coherently say, yes, I think I do. That's why if you notice sometimes when it comes time for you to tell this person, yo, you hurt me. No, I didn't. Now you got to prove yourself. This is something that we have going on in the Black community more so than we should, because us as people on the outside, we see the damage, but we try to, instead of talk about it and actually let them show like, hey, what you're doing is wrong. We actually, what's the word? When you actually support it, God damn, it's on my tip, my tongue. When you're supporting a bad behavior,
enabling.
You're enabling. Damn, y'all give me a lot of good words. We as Black people, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about, I'm not talking about any other race. I know some people are like, well, white people do too. Listen, I'm not talking about those other motherfuckers because I'm in the Black community. I worry more about my community because we're seeing it start to trickle down onto our kids. We're bringing crazy people around our children, around our family, around people, around our work. And that tends to actually end up getting people killed, hurt, lose their jobs because you've been enabling that into you. That's why I agree. And I'm shouting, hey, shout out, y'all, go spend $4 or $5. Support this woman's book, Miss Crenshaw's book about it's only $4.57. You know what I'm saying? Support that book. Jesse talks about it with polygamy. And actually, for some brothers who are in polygamy or women who are into the polygamous lifestyle, you know, I know that me, Healthy, and Jesse, we walk that type of line. You're definitely picking up a lot of different emotions from these women.
Oh yeah.
This is why I try to tell a lot of y'all who want to say, hey, I want to be polygamous. Nigga, if you can barely deal with one emotion, do not pick up two other women or another.
Better know how to heal.
Because a lot of men are just looking at it for having two pussies. They're not looking at the emotional aspect of it.
Exactly. Got to know how to heal, brother.
Let me say this, and I'm going to throw it off to Ann. The woman is looking for the man to be emotionally grounded. Understand this. A woman, we understand she sometimes has her instabilities. I do not fault a woman for that. It's called woman time season. I call that shit. That's why I tell my daughters. However, it's our job as the man to be the foundation. So even when she has that behavior, because you say, it's okay, babe, I understand, I'm here, that makes her feel supportive to want to support you. But when you have two mentally unstable people, the reason why a woman's body is allowed to do that is because she has a body for giving birth to children. So her body has to chemically be able to weigh out giving life. I'm going deep, niggas. I'm going deep. This E&J doing some shit to me. I got to mix with some other shit, but it has to be able to do that. Now, the man, the reason why he's the stable foundation is because he has to show stability for society and household values. If he cannot show that, and he's mentally fucked up, guess what? Everybody goes down the slope. Everybody goes down that damn slope. Is there? Now I'm gonna start off with Queen. I'm gonna go to Jesse. I'm gonna go to. Is what I say wrong, or is there some truth to what I said? Queen, I'm gonna start off with you.
I believe you. I do feel like there is some truth to that, but again, I mean, I feel like if you're dealing with somebody seriously, you guys should be trying to hold each other up. So it should be I wouldn't say equal amount, because again, the guy always has a extra level of, like you said, support and all this. But the woman should be there even when that guy is down or it's not going as well, to be that supportive person that he needs. I mean, the guy needs somebody too, right? Hello. So, I feel like it should be some way in some form, not equal, but almost equal. Maybe like, almost equal to what the girl can do for him and what he can do for her. And he ain't really feeling that good or ain't really being supported, that she should be supportive to him. Why not?
Can you rephrase the question, sir? Repeat the question.
Jesse, as a man, you're supposed to have some type of mental stability to counteract the woman who is naturally gifted with having. This is why women naturally mature faster than men. This is not a rant. This is scientifically proven, because their body has to start to build themselves towards building a family. This is something that science has proven. For the man to be emotionally unhinged, does that lead to decline in the household if both of them have mental instabilities? Or can they still both weigh it out?
Oh, that was the question.
Okay, so
it was a question, but you did good. You did good, Ann.
Wait a second.
So
that's not fair.
Ann's like, wait, I'll come back to me.
That was different. That's a different question now. All right.
I'll give it to you, Ann. Let Jesse answer. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And so I want that question.
So the man is naturally, right, the foundation of the relationship, right? Because men are more solid, are supposed to be more solid emotionally. It's not necessarily the case now, and women are more emotionally unstable in a way. It's not that they're emotionally unstable. It's just that they're so emotional that their emotions can kind of go all over the place. They're more emotionally fluid. Let's say that, right? Mm-hmm. So you can have a relationship where they're balancing each other out, right? And that's actually why polygyny is more common than polyandry, because the women are more emotional than the men in most cases. And so you should have that balance in a relationship in terms of, if a brother's down, a sister should be able to support him, stuff like that. We should have complementary relationships where the people in the relationship are strong and where the other person is weak. But at the end of the day, for a man to be in a relationship, he should have that emotional grounding and that foundation that he can support women who are generally more emotional. The only issue with that in America, specifically amongst Black people, is that you do have a lot. I will probably say the majority of Black men are raised by single mothers, so they actually are behaving with a female emotional system. Unfortunately, now there's some brothers that were raised by single mothers. They actually are able to realize that and get some type of mentors to shake that out of them. And I'll just say this, man. I know we got some Dragon Ball Z fans in this thing. You know what I'm saying? My millennials.
Piccolo, God damn it.
So I just started rewatching Dragon Ball Z for the first time in adulthood, and at the first season of Dragon Ball Z, Gohan was a little whiny ass little kid. And for about 10 episodes, Piccolo took his ass in the wilderness, trained him up, mentored him to a grown-ass man, and to the point where, he was whining about everything. He started learning how to do shit for himself, and that little whininess went away. Now, of course, this is an anime, right? But in traditional cultures, this actually is a tradition amongst men, where the men in most traditional cultures they take the boy from the mother at a certain age, whether it be 6, 11, 10, and they start teaching them the ways of manhood. We don't have that in the black community. So, we have that issue of we have a lot of men that they're not behaving like men, put it like that.
That's true.
And would you like to answer the question now?
No, I'm good. Never mind. Like Jesse just took us all over the world. I think he answered everything.
Let's let Jay. Jay, are you here, dear?
I'm here.
Jay, me and you have had a lot of discussions. We already know women naturally mature, scientifically proven. Guys, get out your feelings if I'm talking about this. Faster than young men.
Google it if you don't believe us.
But we understand that there's a reason for that, because their bodies are naturally building themselves to bring life and actually rear families. The man, as he learns his maturity, is through life. I think Jesse implemented on that. Can it start to go down as a slippery slope as they start to try? If the man is mentally unstable and the female is looking to him for support,
I think that's probably 3/4 of the issue with relationships in the first place.
Talk on it.
Is that I mean, yes, granted, we are in a different time period where women work outside the home and stuff like that. But as you said, women are naturally mature more before men. Men naturally are hunters and gatherers. Look it up if you don't believe us. It's been scientifically proven. Men are natural providers, or should be. Men are natural hunters and gatherers. So when a man isn't it's kind of like what I was saying about the struggle dick, or like the conversation about the $1,400 or whatever. It's like when a man isn't out there hustling, essentially bringing in money or finding ways to bring in income. I think and then even on the opposite, I know people that are in situations where the woman makes a significant amount more than the man, and it affects the relationship. Because just men in general, I think, are naturally, like I said, supposed to be, naturally ingrained that they're supposed to be the providers. They're supposed to be taking care of the home, this, that, and the third. So when they're not doing that, I think it causes, when that doesn't happen for whatever reason, like I said, good, bad, or indifferent, be it the woman makes more money or the man is struggling, whatever, I think it ultimately affects the relationship as a whole. And then, on the opposite end, I think, a lot of men tend to walk out on these relationships because they feel that they're not needed. Kind of like what you and I, and I know you and I have discussed this, where it's like, and I've said it on the air before, where it's like, I'm at a point in my life where it's like, if I'm doing A, B, C, D, E, and F on my own, what the fuck do I need you for? So I think there's a lot of women, especially black women, that are getting educated and this, that, and the third, and getting these great jobs and these great positions, where I think a lot of black women feel that way these days. So in turn, maybe that's why we have single mothers, because maybe men are walking out because they're like, well, shit, she don't need me. So damn, well, what the fuck am I here for?
I just wanted to say, by the way, so hunter gatherers is a male and female thing, right? Men in hunter gathering societies, men are responsible for the hunting and women are responsible for the gathering.
Okay.
I want to say this. I want to say that this is the slope. I have nothing against a woman that can provide. I have nothing against that. And it's the turn of power. It's a turn of power. If you want the man to be the protector, then let him protect. If you're going to have him protect, that means he has to lead, because he has to know what's coming at you from all sides. It's getting pretty bad, especially for black people, because especially for black men, I think that's why a lot of insecurities mentally are coming up because they're not seeing the modular role of men doing their job. So the only role that they see, and I'm gonna hit on it. This is why I see a lot of black. This is why I see a lot of black women mentally discombobulated. When you're trying to do multiple jobs, you really have no time to actually self-collect yourself. You don't. Back then, you didn't have women having that much mental issues or instabilities. Why? Because they only did one job. I was just mom. She was just that was it. My mom was just mom. She wasn't trying to be dad. She was just mom. She didn't have to be tough. That was dad's job. Not saying that nothing to hold against anybody, but the woman's like, no, that's my husband's job. That's my man's job. That's my mate's job. I'm the nurturer. But when you have a woman who has to be, I had to play mom and dad, now you got an issue. Because now she is chemically going against her nature of what she naturally is. So when you see the son who's like, damn, mom, shut the fuck up. Well, she's mentally trying to, I want to come down, but I can't come down. I'm not sure, like in combat, one of the things would happen was if we've been out in the field too long, they would not let us come around populace for a while. The reason for
what
that
is populace? You mean like regular people?
Soldiers who are out in the battlefield for so long, they didn't just automatically put us around the other soldiers or people. Yes. The reason why is because of our pharaoh mindset. The way how it grew was because we were still in kill mode. This is why a lot of soldiers, when they come back, they mentally cannot differentiate between reality and also what is the now. What is now and what happened. Their brain is still stuck. Correct. This is why for a lot of women, when they are in certain type of volatile situations, they cannot differentiate between good mate, bad mate. Y'all get what I'm saying? Ooh, we in some deep shit now. Because what happened is, just like Jay said, listen, I'm going to do just like these niggas been doing to me. Because now Jay said, listen, I'm tired of when I drop my guard, I get ambushed and attacked. So after a while, the peaceful village becomes the savage village. Are y'all understanding how the community is starting to turn now? It's where now I got to stay in attack mode. But if you stay in attack mode for so long, guess what? The mental stability of the person starts to break down. This is why a lot of boys, when they seen their mother or female, they're like, damn, like mama be kicking ass, but daddy be acting like a punk. The fuck? Because after a while, you don't want to take on mama. Mama be doing all that crazy kung fu shit, and you're like, I really don't. I'm tired of mama. Like my mom came in my room one day, and I had the music so loud, but I didn't know that she was talking. She just started doing some Chuck Norris shit and started breaking shit and beating my ass. I was like, God damn. So my girlfriend, I thought that was normal. My girlfriend would break shit. I really did. I was like, oh. I guess I'll just go buy another one. This happens a lot. A lot of girls, they see that with a guy. Like, well, guy act like punk. Oh, well, I guess I have to equate or make up for his fuckery. Because
it's called flight or flight.
Right. And it's something that I think we're going
that actually happened to me before. Like I got into it with this dude and started arguing and fussing with him. And you know what? When I came back out of it, when I unblacked out, I realized that I thought I was talking to my ex.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Is that shit real, man? Shit
Lord
real.
have mercy.
Yeah, it's my ex, and I've said that many times. I'm talking about the ex, I was in an abusive relationship. So for whatever reason, this dude, like I said, he said something that triggered me and I jumped. But the thing is, it just so happened the person that I was with at the time knew what was going on and he recognized that and he pulled me out of the situation. And he was like, Jeanette, he was like, you're not talking to your ex. And I was just like, it was almost like a glaze over moment. Like, huh?
Healthy. You was in a relationship with with your wife that you
Yeah.
did a divorce. Have you had moments like that where you mentally try to cope with her erratic behavior and it spilled over to the other wife?
Man, that happens all the time in polygamy, man.
Mm.
Yeah, nobody really talk about it, but that happens all the time. You know, we're a family unit, so what one person does, it does affect the whole damn family, the whole damn team. That's real talk. So yeah, but but I already came in the mindset of being the type of brother that I knew what I was dealing with, so I had to be of like a healer mindset. So it was like, okay, baby, you acting up, I'll just leave or whatever. I'll go outside, go for a walk, or take the first wife, and we'll go out to dinner or something while you get your mind together, or something like that. Because when people are acting crazy like that, I mean, mind you, she said she was bipolar, so I had that right to just get away sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So when she get like that, I mean, you have to kind of separate them and let them be by themselves for a while, and they come back apologizing the good side of them. You know what I'm saying? The regular person you fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can do with it, man. Just it's very unfortunate, but I mean, what else can you do? What can you do? Separate them, keep them separated. That's all you can do.
Queen, I'm gonna ask you because I want your take, and for a lot of females, I know that are going through this. What would honestly be your best? What would you tell them? Like, listen, because we're identifying as a fight or flight mental status. What would honestly be your best bet to tell them if you see some of them are in the stage? Like, should you go over there and talk to them, or would you let them try to figure it out? Like, how would you approach it? Just asking you, Queen.
Because I don't have anyone close to me who actually deals with it, so I'm not sure exactly how I would deal with someone, or if I knew someone who was in that position. I would say, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to answer that.
Okay,
I don't know.
let me try. Jay, I know you recognize it, but me and you have talked on this deeply, right?
Yeah.
As far as it goes, and I thank Queen for her honesty. Um, how would you go about it for if you see a younger woman in that same position as you were in when you was in that dark space? Would you honestly let her feel her way out of it, or would you try to like say, "Hey, pull her to the side"?
I would probably pull her to the side. I mean, in when in my situation, because a lot of people say, "Oh, why can't you just leave?" And people can't always walk away when they're in an abusive relationship for many reasons.
Talk about it.
So, with that being said, I would probably pull her to the side. I'd probably say, "Listen, you know what? I call me." That's probably all you can do in those situations is just say, kind of like what you did to me. When you told me, you was like, "Oh, if you ever find yourself in this situation, just fucking call me." Like, because it's not always about just leaving. So and I can empathize with that. I understand you have to, you're not going to leave until you're ready to leave, period. you know my and I'm just to get real dark with you, my moment of leaving was when I was getting my ass beat and I blacked out.
Damn.
That's when I had to leave. Before it was like a little slap here, punch here, whatever, whatever, whatever. But when it was to the point where I was laying on the floor and I was sitting there wondering if I was going to die, was the point where it was time to go.
Damn.
Jesse.
So I'm just saying, like, when everyone has a breaking point, more or less, is what it is. You can't force someone to that breaking point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to get it on their own. And sadly, and there's been a lot of situations where women have died as a result of abuse. But unfortunately, like I said, that woman has to get to that breaking point. And
I
that's all there
agree.
is to it.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
agree.
Sorry,
Go
I
ahead. No,
think.
go ahead, Queen. Go ahead, Queen.
Yeah, I couldn't. My first instinct would want to definitely help another young lady, another person, but I also know that it's not that easy, as Jay said. So for me to go up to this person and be like, "Hey, you gotta get out of there! Oh my god!" Like she's gonna hear me, but she's not gonna hear me. You know, it's like she has to get to her breaking point. It has to be a level of, okay, I know this is no good for me at all. I need to get out of this. You know, and hopefully, hopefully, she'll see me in her head, like me talking to her. But it's not always going to be like that, you know, for a lot of people. So that's why I'm not sure if I can just go and just tell somebody, "Hey, get out of there."
I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure what
there's
I
no
would
cure of
do.
being digmatized.
Huh?
There's no cure of being digmatized.
Right.
The
Like,
only cure is time.
It's time.
right.
It's
It's
Right,
time.
Boy,
exactly. You
look at
just
here.
get to the point where you just get tired of being sick and tired. Basically, is the bottom. That's the end. That's the end point. You just get tired of being sick and tired.
I'm
yeah. And
I'm
hopefully, God forbid, you don't die in between that time, you
I'm
know?
gonna say
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna shock you. Would you believe me that more men die in this instance of situation than females? Would you believe me?
Actually, I would.
The
You
reason
saying
why
in
I
what?
say that of staying in dangerous, volatile relationships.
Mm.
The reason why I say that is because one, a lot of them choose not to. They either do it in suicide. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
soldiers stay in volatile relationships and they see no way out because they say, like, I don't want to lose everything I work hard for. And I don't want to see this person take my kids and everything. So they kill themselves. The other instance has been that they have had something harm them or kill them. This has happened quite often.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I witnessed at plenty of houses. Actually, I've seen one time the woman told us that she told her man, if you leave me, you're not going to see the light of day. What were the odds that he would end up being shot in Target parking lot by three dudes that same night?
Wow.
Yeah. Check
When
this
I
out
say
now.
the game is cold, the game is really fucking cold.
Yeah, yeah. Check this out, man. Like I always say, like polygamy is in a lot of black men's DNA. I always say that. Definitely in my family history, my grandfather on my father's side, he got killed because he was trying to be a little player or whatever, cheated on my grandmother, and his side chick or whatever at the time ended up stabbing him in his sleep because he was abusing
Damn.
her and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like niggas be dying, man. Sometimes like some sisters do get fed up and they will stab your motherfucking ass too. So
But I
they gonna
was
catch
gonna
you when
say
you least
that.
expect it.
I was gonna say that a lot of men die because they were the abuser.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the woman, like you said, stabbed their ass in they sleep or some shit like that.
Let
You
Hold
know.
his ass.
let me get into that's what I'm saying. Let me I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. For a lot of you dudes, this is why I told you the woman's mental persona is like a kaleidoscope. As you start to turn a kaleidoscope, you don't know how the picture is going to turn out. There is nothing worse than a woman's wrath. It is literally in the Bible. That is how serious it is. The reason why I say that, a woman can hold a grudge for years and it just trigger. She don't have to attack you right then and there. It can be at your most vulnerable. Oh, women can be patient. My grandma told me. She can do it with your food. She can do it with your bank. She can find ways to pick you apart to the point it causes you to do stuff erratically. This is why I say these crazy relationships have done numbers in the community. And the thing about it, we have to openly be honest about is when you fuck with somebody hard enough, what happens when they fuck back? What happens when they know
Mm-hmm.
your moves? What happens when they know when you sleep, as Healthy said? What happens
Mm-hmm.
when they know where the gun is at and what time you're coming in or where you're going? This shit happens a lot. And
Yeah.
now, like, again, but we're not going to be on here too long because we're getting in deep. And this is like onto another topic. But what I'm saying, and I will say this for the brothers, we're going to wrap it up with the men, that, and I'm going to let them finish up. for the brothers, for me, me going through it. One, I agree with Jay and Queen saying, yes, you want to help that person, you want to tell them, but if they don't want out, there is really not much you can do about it. It sucks. I know a lot of y'all seem to pretty much risk your lives trying to get them out of the burning building. It happens a lot. This gets a lot of people killed and hurt, beat up.
I think it's just human nature. You know what I mean? Especially if it's someone that you care about.
But this I literally did a topic about it. I did a topic a while back on the old network. Sometimes the topic was she wants you to watch her burn. It's a pretty dramatic intellect. It was a pretty good show. Whereas she knows that she's in a dangerous situation. She understands the dangers, but she don't want out. This is like some girls who are with bad boys or crazy motherfuckers. And though everybody can see on Instagram that she's being forced to sleep outside in the hallway, or, she gets treated like shit, you would think like, damn, bro, do you not see that you sleeping outside butt naked? Like, he literally stripped you butt naked and left you in the hallway. Okay, that's how we play.
But Joe, can I ask you a question? Why, at least in this specific case that you're talking about, why do men do it all the time? I'm not saying women are innocent. I'm just strictly asking about men. Why do men feel the need to treat women that way? It's
power. First of all, if you
and at the same time, women still gonna get them pussy just for acting like that anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you're absolutely right.
Why do men? Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you.
Men are practical. Men do what works. If they treat a woman a certain type of way and they still getting sex, guess what? They're gonna keep doing the shit.
But I'm saying you as a human, like I said, in just this particular case that he was referring to, why? Just if that's someone you love, why would you go as far as stripping her naked? That's worse than regular abuse.
Still works. You're still there. You still
whatever works.
Whatever works.
Like there's a lot of shit that men do with women that they might not necessarily want to do, but they get them the goddamn pussy.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I know some of y'all not gonna like it, but I'm gonna tell y'all that this is why. When a woman says she can do what I can do, I'm gonna say, bet. Let me raise the bar. When I started making money, started getting assets, power, in different other ventures, the most females I had fucked in one day was 11 women. I fucked 11 women in one day. They knew each other. Some of them, I just got up and called the girl right in front of them. Hell, I even had some of them even tell the female to come in the same room. I told Jay about the polyamorous lifestyle. Why I had wife 1, wife 2 living in the same household. This was right here in Atlanta. Right in Atlanta. The thing about it was I emotionally untethered myself from that type of mentality. How they would tether themselves to me because of they liked the attitude that I gave zero fucks, but the power that came along with it. See, this is the thing about it. When you can mesmerize them with the power and authority that you push onto them, some women will follow it. Y'all can say it's fucked up, but this is how the world has been going for a long time. The thing about it now, and I know it's going to suck. I know this is why I got to give you the hard facts. Women are trying to do that same power move like men. It can't be done. The reason why is because men are the cornerstone builders of civilization. I've never seen women build a civilization yet. And when you do that, then you can talk your shit in Wakanda. But until then, we have to understand physically, it's hard. It is a very drastic thing. When a woman does that, you gotta understand your vagina is not built to take on that many different types of chemically compounded dicks. So when you do that, you're picking up a lot of shit. This is why, and I know y'all females have heard this from the doctor. Listen, having that much sex is not good for your vagina. There is no doctor. There is not one male doctor.
I've never ever heard that from my doctor, but go ahead.
No. I'm gonna go into it. You ain't never heard that from your doctors now. But honestly, let your doctor tell you, listen, go ahead and fuck that many men. Listen, let's look at it like this. Let's look at these porn stars or these IG models who fuck multiple dudes. Let's look at these women with power. Okay?
Crazy as hell.
Crazy as hell. Why are men? They're only good to just want to fuck them, but never to want to keep them. The reason why is because the validation of the woman has depreciated because everyone has gotten it.
Validity.
Thank you. Sorry about that. The validity of the woman's appreciation has decreased, while the man's validation has increased. I don't make the rules. A woman's vagina is worth its weight in gold, like a car. The less people that have driven the car, the more valuable the car. As far as it goes for the man, it is more so as the more cars he owns, the more popular he is.
And I haven't seen a woman yet tell me that they're looking for a man that hasn't had many sex partners. I haven't met one yet.
Like, you hear a man.
I mean, are you asking how many people a woman slept with though at this stage in your life?
Shit,
of course.
Shit, you better. You right?
Yeah.
I care about my penis.
Listen,
of course.
This is where I'm gonna just mute the phone now.
Relationship.
No. Speak on it.
If we're trying to marry the woman, if we just trying to have sex, we probably won't give a damn.
Here, baby.
But if we trying to marry, yes. How many partners have
I want to know, man. I don't want to meet your damn mate in fucking IGA or Bilo.
But I don't want to be with a man that's had many bodies either.
I haven't heard no woman say
that. Is fair for Queen.
You're a part of the outliers. You're the 20%, not the 80%.
I'm like
that's the 1% of women. I never heard no woman say that they looking for a man that's not experienced.
I wouldn't even
look for a man that's not experienced.
That many bodies.
I'm not.
But the funny thing is, with men, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna mute the phone because a lot of y'all motherfuckers want a virgin with a whole skill set, and I don't understand it. But anyway, go ahead, continue.
No. It's
we just keeping it on the real.
It's nothing about being a virgin. It's nothing about being a virgin.
Your facts and science is way off, like I said, and But just go ahead, go.
Hang on. We're not.
Yeah, but I never heard my doctor say that ever about the amount of sex is not good for
exactly
that amount of sex.
I never heard that.
No doctor has ever said that, Josiah. Sorry.
No doctor has ever said, listen, go have as many penises as you want.
Maybe. I mean, unless you're going to an evangelical.
These new age doctors probably saying that shit. Ain't no telling what they saying to these sisters.
Unless you're going to some evangelical doctor, no real doctor worth their weight is saying no shit like that.
What they saying back there? Ain't no telling.
I'd be worried about these new dogs.
That's the case. So we can use double standards here and say then that the more women that a man has, the smaller your dick gets. Since we bullshitting right now, that means the more women that y'all fuck, the more shriveled up y'all dick gets. Because the muscles from the vagina squeeze your dick and it makes it smaller.
Okay, so all those black porn stars we've been looking at. How do you explain them? How do you explain all those black porn stars? And there's only like 7 of them.
But Joe, will you stop? See, that's an issue though. You should not be comparing porn stars to day-to-day people.
Because y'all women fucking like porn stars. What you talking about?
I haven't had 2 dicks in me at the same time yet. I'm just saying. So, because what we was talking about earlier, you was talking about 2 dudes. You was talking about like a triple penetration situation. That's not a normal situation for 99% of people. It's not. You watch too much goddamn porn.
I ain't gonna lie. The world done changed now.
Come to the hood. We grew up running trains on them. Come to the hood, baby.
Like I mean, it's like here's the thing about it.
You mean raping women? But anyway.
Now running the train is rape. Now running the train.
Where do you do that at?
Where do you do that at?
How is running the train rape?
Filthy.
Anyway. Like I said, y'all talking some.
I'm glad you
like I said,
in the future gonna come with that Me Too bullshit.
So like I said, y'all.
I have not seen Me Too in the hood yet. I don't know why Me Too has not got to the hood yet.
Yeah, we know. I'm catching on.
You know what happens? Never mind. Just never mind. I'm gonna mute my phone. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead with y'all ignorant shit. Go ahead.
No. But here's the thing about it. This is why I say this is the breakdown, because Now you have females saying they can do just like a man. And this is where it get complicated because y'all, well, let's be honest. If your daughter came home and said, hey, I just fucked 14 dudes and sucked 10 dicks, is she gonna get the same praise and same feedback from all the women?
This is double standard.
I didn't make the world, Queen. You know I didn't make the world.
Saying, yeah, we didn't make the rules. Like this is how it is.
The rules are the rules.
I mean, I don't know what to tell my daughter. Like, good job. A thing.
When you go to work.
Well, you shouldn't be telling your son good job if he just said he ran a train on a chick.
How you ran?
That's not good job.
That means he shared a female. That means he just shared a female.
That's him getting some pussy, man. That's all that is, man.
Wow.
That is not no rape. That is not no him forcing somebody. That's him getting experience because women want a man with experience. I haven't heard no woman say
I ain't gonna lie.
For a man without experience.
When I was you know what? I'm gonna be for real. When I was a virgin, you know how hard it was for me to get a female as a virgin, but when they
God,
when I got one or two experiences and licking kitty cat, all of a sudden, shit, you heard what Josiah's about to do? It's like that lawnmower. Like all of a sudden, my popularity went up.
You a fool, boy.
I'm just saying, but listen, man. When I got good at licking kitty cat, I'm just saying, when I got good at my craft, listen, you couldn't tell me shit. Then after that, you said, that mouth pretty good. Let me what that down there do? I mean, I've only got the tip. Shit, boy, dig on in. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So as I got more experience, I started to level up. Like my character level went up.
Oh yeah, because your name real ring bells around the hood.
You know what I'm saying? So, maybe Trisha like, hey, put in a good word for me, big booty Brenda. You know what I'm saying? I know you're fat. And, when you go talk to your friend, tell her that, I did a good job with that. Meow, meow, meow. So, I'm good. I'm good at what I do. I got to work on my strokes. I know I gave out in 2 minutes, but you know what? Other than that, I was good, wasn't I? Yeah. You made me do more, So guess what? The experience goes up. But let's be for real. When we hear a female, for boys, when they hear that a female has multiple partners, they say that mountain is climbable. Let's be for real. If I see a woman that hasn't had that many partners, I'm going to be like, that's hard as fuck to get. Let's be for real.
Yeah,
Queen,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's going to be hard. Like, shit. Mm-hmm. She ain't just fucking with any dude. If I know the one girl, let's be for real.
Treat her like a lady.
The one girl that's hard to get, that has least many sex partners, I'm not gonna have to work that fucking hard. If fucking Stinky Dookie Larry just got her ass.
There's dudes right now that are in whole marriages because they tried to get the girl that are in whole miserable ass marriages because they tried to get the chick that didn't have a lot of partners.
Hey, that's the thing about it. That's just true. We ain't down that. This is why they get crazy as fuck. You wanted to wife the one woman that literally fucked the whole goddamn Young Money crew. Like
no, I'm talking about you wanted to wife the one woman that was a prude, and the only way you was gonna get the pussy was to marry her. So you married her, you fucked her, and then she don't fuck you no more after y'all got married. But go ahead.
That's crazy. Well, I ain't gonna never do that.
That going on. We going to the sex show.
There's a whole lot of that going on. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers.
I'll crash that Titanic. No, hold on. Let me talk on that. Let me hit them with this, Healthy. Let me tell you this. For a lot of you brothers, let me tell you something that's very interesting. Did you know men that get married are more appealing to women?
Very true.
Yes.
Very true.
Yep.
Very true.
When a man gets married and he's doing for that woman, other women be like, oh, word, shit, he bought you a Honda? That shit look fucked up, but you got a Honda, girl. Oh, he got you that prepaid Cricket phone? Shit. Damn, my nigga can't even get me that. Then all of a sudden she started, listen, like, Joe, my house got burned down by my little 7-year-old, but I Jesus sent me to you. You start hearing all the stories. Everybody can tell you all the problems. All of a sudden, you're appealing. You the ugliest dude in the goddamn world since Trump came in office. But guess what? All of a sudden, women at the grocery store are checking you out. That nigga walking with 2 kids on his side is now fucking approachable. Why? Because guess what? He's fucking fuckable mate material. Because guess what? If she can get him, then I can get him. if that bitch done let her body go and sloppy as fuck, and I got this body right and tight, but I can't get a good man, oh, I'm taking her fucking man. Some women, that's their mentality.
A lot of them. Not some. A lot of them.
That's the mentality. Who sang that goddamn song? But see, this is why I try to tell y'all women, don't drop your guard just because you get the man. Because just like you got him,
Yeah.
if you ain't doing your job,
keep them.
talk on it, queen.
Yeah.
This is why this is why those crazy bitches, they be like, listen, ask how Jada got Will. Yeah, talk about it.
Tell me she don't even swallow? Oh, please.
She don't swallow? She don't do that thing when she lick her.
But that's just my whole point. Y'all want virgins with a whole skill set.
I want her to be my hoe though.
I want her to be my freak.
Man, they don't have to.
How do you think she gets experience? How do you think she learns how to gargle? Whoa. How the fuck you think she learns how to gargle your balls?
Because dog help you can teach her.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say, man. We don't need the chick to learn that. If she's teachable to learn all that stuff, that's cool. I would rather a chick that has less than 10 bodies that's teachable than a chick that's amazing in bed with 1,000 bodies.
Yeah, I don't want no damn girl that fucking that. Yeah, man. Like, listen. Like, I don't like no damn girl that said I never.
And thirdly, do you think somebody's gonna tell the truth about how many people they fucked?
I hope to God she does before I get to that clinic.
No.
If she's still
guess what? Let me let you in on a little secret. I was just about to say, let me let you in. The number's 4. The number is 4. Period. The number is always 4. Period.
That's good. You take that shit. You take 4 with you to the grave, baby. I'll take my
4.
5 billion.
The number is 4. She might have 100 bodies. So y'all over there, oh, did she get how many buddies did she have? But it don't matter because the number is always 4.
As soon as I jump up in her pussy, I would know how many niggas she don't.
No, you won't. Stop it. No, you won't.
I start fucking her, and I'm like, okay, baby. Oh
boy, shit got real when we start talking about bodies.
Y'all, because y'all motherfuckers clearly skipped y'all. Oof. The ignorance is astounding.
I mean, this is the male imperative. It's not ignorance. It's the truth. Any man will tell you that if a woman tells a man that she has more than a certain amount of bodies, he gonna look at you a totally different way. You're gonna go from the wife category.
Y'all niggas wifing hoes every day, B. Y'all wifing hoes every day, B.
The men that want to, because don't get me wrong,
if Jasmine Cashmere, a porn star, can get married, and I've done seen someone holy shit with that woman.
Let's keep it real, brothers. Right?
See, that's what I'm saying. You going, but see, that's the thing, Joe. You going back to porn every single time you mention a woman in a sex. You always go back to porn, and that's not realistic. That's not realistic.
There are men that prefer hoes. Let's get that out the way right now.
Can we do a topic about? Can we do a topic about?
I got homies right now. I got homies right now that will only deal with a chick that has at least 100 bodies. And of course they're from New York City. So
yeah, I got homeboys like
listen,
that.
Man, listen, leave New England alone, man. Because listen, there were some islands up north that you just did not mess with some females. Like, oh yeah, Poppy, I love you. What? Hold on, you love me? Damn it! I just met you at the damn grocery store. What did I do?
I mean, because New York is like one of the most promiscuous cities in the country. I mean, it's scientifically proven.
She's good.
Are they done studies on it? On how many partners like the average New Yorker has?
Queen, I don't know. That isn't it. I don't make the whole statistic. I don't make the whole population. So
Queen from New York.
Stay in your house, baby.
Watch them liberal states, boy.
Watch what you say.
That's for kids. Listen, stay in your house. Read your Bible.
But it's a whole different mindset up there. Like, motherfuckers ain't even ashamed of having 500 bodies in New York.
I ain't gonna lie. I found a great
in Florida. It's the same in Florida.
It's the same in Florida. It's Nick.
Trust me.
I had a nigga.
I mean, America in general, but New York City is on another level, man.
I literally had a nigga. His 2 baby mamas live like at the same. Their kids would be at the same goddamn bus stop. And only way how they found that out was when he had to drop one off at the bus stop. It was weird and crazy and funny as fuck. Like, I was like, y'all didn't look at y'all kids and tell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, how the fuck did this happen?
That's some good.
Well, he said he had to go to work. Like, yeah, he went to work right down the street and working that pussy. Like, how did y'all see this shit? Like, this is the thing about it, and we getting off a little bit off topic, but this is what drives people crazy, and this is why I say, yep, we got to be. Listen, I'm probably gonna read that alchemy book, but I really do believe when you start exposing yourself to all these goddamn penises and vaginas, like a woman takes in, a man enters. I believe it's like when you put in, that means that's what you receive. Yeah. That's why he drops off his seed and he leaves. A man can drop his seed off and leave. The woman, whatever he leaves behind, she's stuck with. I mean,
y'all ever heard that if you sleep with a man, his spirit lies with the girl.
Yeah, that's some deep shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
that's what.
Yeah, that's some deep shit,
That's what I was about to touch on. Because like a brother like me, like I was at a time in my life I know how to heal a goddamn hoe. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Like,
preach on it. How you heal a hoe?
She's been around. I know how to heal them. You know what I'm saying? I got the Queen of Four book. I got the Sacred Woman. I got the Woman Healed Herself. I know the baths they need to take. I know how to break spiritual ties from their exes and all this type of shit. I know how to clean the woman up.
You know we gonna talk about how you heal hoes, nigga. I'm doing that topic.
I know how to do that. I can erase every motherfucker in your past and heal you properly.
God damn, boy, that whole thing is strong.
But she still will have more. But the bodies don't go away, so I don't understand.
I'm talking about all that is spiritual. The body,
just spiritual.
It's spiritual.
It's more than the bodies. It's her spirit. It's her spirit and the type of people she's been with in her life. If I've been with a woman that got her ass kicked all the time, and
right, but that's not. But you was talking about bodies a few minutes ago. But you was talking about bodies a few minutes ago, though. So
we got into an argument, and all I did was scratch my face, and you flinching. That means you got to do some healing on some real shit.
In other words, it's the mentality. You're trying to heal her mentality of all those things she picked up from all them crazy ass niggas.
But I look at it spiritually. That's my background.
I get you. Damn, this has been an amazing talk. I hope y'all guys did enjoy this talk. Man, wrote down so many topics. I want to hear. Yeah, I want to hear this. We gotta do a talk on how to heal hoes and shit. Because hoes need healings. We're gonna do a ministry about that. I hope if you grab a hoe, drag her by the weed and bring her to it. But make sure you get her consent. And please, we want to do hoe healing. I'm pretty sure I know a few preachers who have hoes. So we'll probably get in touch with them later on. Queen, could you please tell us about your amazing YouTube channel, QueenAnn TV?
And TV, yes. So I have a YouTube channel. So really my brand is focused on makeup, and I have different things that I do on my YouTube channel. I also have like a Let's Talk series where I talk about everything that I've gone through or what I've experienced throughout my life and just growing up and everything and things I've dealt with and I've succeeded in dealing with it and things I'm still dealing with right now. So if y'all want to check it out, you can go check that out.
Yeah. So anybody who's watching the show or comes in and gets to see the recording, but we like to do our live recordings because you niggas are lazy as fuck. Please go to QueenAnn TV, check her out, support the sister. I'm going to support her. Y'all going to support her. We're going to bring her back. Everybody, please. Her link to her channel is in the description below. Send some good vibes of positive energy. If you click the bell to her channel and you see her on, listen, it's nothing just to watch her just for a few minutes. Even if you don't want to watch the whole doggone thing, just watch her and give her that support.
Every minute. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Queen, we definitely going to get you back. Did you enjoy your time here with us?
Great. I enjoyed talking with you guys, and I definitely want to come back and talk more stuff. Yeah.
Okay, totally. That's good. That is good.
Peace.
Now, yes. Now we got our boy Jesse Bill Show.
What's going on?
Yes,
man. I appreciate you for having me on the panel as always, brother. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? I love chopping it up with the brothers and the sisters, the family. You guys can check out my YouTube channel, Jesseville the Third or the Jesseville Show. Just search it in the YouTube search bar, and I'm talking about black relationships. I'm talking about finances, economics, marketing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I appreciate you having me on. Peace to the rest of the panel.
Don't forget the podcast. Don't forget to come. We gotta start talking
about.
our
podcast. You can subscribe to the Jesseville Show on Apple, Anchor, Google Music, and about 50 million other platforms. But that's the three that I can remember: Apple Music or Google Play.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you right now. I'm trying, and this is. I'm very happy because now I'm starting to see that we're getting more YouTubers. And the thing about it is that a lot of y'all don't understand. For a lot of us up and coming YouTubers, Jesse, Ann, and myself, we're not as old as the older channels that have been on for years. Actually, we're just a few months old, and we're probably like 1 or 2 years old. But we haven't been on as long. We have other lives and other stuff. But what I want us to do and start working on is actually start collaborating and working together. We don't have to be with the big guys. We can build our own brand, our own network. We're actually the millennial generation. We're the millennial X generation. We're not like we're in the 30s. So us talking about from the 20s to the 30s into the early to the 40, we have things that we need to discuss. I don't know. I mean, I understand. I can understand what some of the older generation is saying on their shit, but I don't hear people talking about topics like these with the shit that we want to talk about and what we want to hear. So I'm pretty sure there's some females, and there's also definitely a lot of men that want to hear these type of topics. Yes,
Joe, that's a lie, because there are people that want to talk about it because they steal our topics. But
very true.
We were not going to say that today.
Yes, the fuck we was. Yes, okay. The fuck we were. But anyway, go ahead.
The reason why Jay is saying what she's saying was there has been, and we're not going to say people or anybody or any affiliations, they have been stealing our topics. And it is very infuriating because my panel, we work very hard to put together shows like these. Our channel is only about 9 months old. You can go check out the original BMT Black Male Talk channel. Even though some people like to throw some salt at it, we're that Cardi B bitch, and we're literally at 10K. This channel right here is at 1.2K. I will generate and I will build my kingdom with my brothers and sisters, and we will build together. I have no problem working with brothers like Jesse. I have no problem working with any black brothers and YouTubers. I have no problem working with any black women and sisters like QueenAnn. I am not discriminatory against that because I am still going to talk from black male talking points as you saw me, Jesse, and Healthy did. I have no anguish or problems with females like Jay and QueenAnn talking on our platform because these are talks that need to happen that we do appreciate. If we don't have this topic, it's called thank you, Healthy. It's called balance. Some of y'all motherfuckers take note. We need balance. That is why the black community is fucked up. We only got one side talking. We're not doing multiple sides. And now I'm starting to see other people and other channels start to do what we're doing. Although they don't really have our shit, like all our crazy diversity, but it's really good. So thank you guys. Also, letting you guys know now, BMT is now doing podcasting called the Negro Shade Radio. Yes, Negro Shade Radio. It's hot. It's crazy. Anything goes on there. Yes, we talk a lot of shit. Nobody's safe. It's some pretty interesting things. I'm looking to hopefully get QueenAnn on there, Jay and Healthy on there. We're gonna talk a lot of shit. But we do thank you guys for joining us. I got some topics that I've been writing down. So I want to know about hoe healing, how we can heal hoes spiritually and shit. I want to know about damn struggle love and also the secret war of gays and black women. There's a lot of topics.
Ooh, I'm ready for that one.
That's some Infinity War secret Joe was talking
about that earlier.
I know, so that's gonna be some Infinity War shit that people don't know about. I be watching y'all keep on letting goddamn fucking Magic Johnson's sons keep stealing y'all damn men. Y'all women gonna be ass out. That nigga playing for keeps. So
we can find a flamboyant gay brother for the panel. Put it out there.
We are willing to bring you on if you do want to come on. I have no.
Come on out.
Tell us. I mean, I want to find that dude who's been fucking black dudes and recording it. Honestly, I would love to bring him on. Yeah, he fucks black dudes that are married and with women, and then tells their women. So that's pretty interesting. So
like a motherfucker.
I'm like, how the fuck are these women still friends with him? Why would I keep bringing y'all
extortion? That's why.
It's called goddamn. Goddamn, the game was cool as a motherfucker. Shit. So I don't know would that hurt more. We gotta talk about it later. But I'm curious, like, would that hurt more that your man gets taken by a gay nigga or a woman? Which one would hurt a woman more? I don't
think so. Honestly, as a woman, it will hurt the man more because now the whole world knows you're gay or down low.
That's true.
It would hurt the man or the woman.
It's not gonna hurt the woman. The woman's gonna walk away.
No, the woman gonna be hurt. Like, oh my god,
No. The woman is gonna be hurt.
She's
yes,
gonna be more butthurt that he gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I think
he's gonna be hurt.
But
the man was exposed. That's what I'm saying. So the man would be worse off because now he's exposed. And depending on what kind of job or career he has, that might not be good.
So Joe, you need to do a topic on that Young Buck situation, bro.
Oh, Young Buck. What about Young Buck?
Don't steal that topic, guys.
That nigga still alive?
Nobody steal that topic. I'm telling you, Joe. Real talk.
That nigga still alive?
If 50 Cent Young Buck doing the CD?
No, Young Buck got caught doing some gay shit.
Oh no, not another nigga. Oh Lord, like Queen, Jay, Healthy, we're gonna have to do this topic together. We're gonna have to do this shit.
That's
y'all, please don't steal.
Bro.
Listen, y'all, Healthy, quiet. You know they're gonna steal our shit. All right, y'all. Listen. So on to the next. So guys, we'd like to thank y'all guys. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for supporting us. Please, again, check out our podcast, Negro Shade Radio. You can find it on Anchor TV. You can find it on iTunes. Look us up on podcasting, Negro Shade Radio. I'm going to be bringing Queen on, Jay on, and Healthy on. We're going to be on some amazing topics, and we're going to have a good time on Negro Shade Radio. See you guys, and peace.